Gotta be honest, I never thought I would own a Dell laptop, but ever since I saw the new design of the Dell XPS13 9300 last year, or earlier this year, I was like, oh, maybe, it looks nice. And then Dell came out with the XPS13 9310, which is late 2020, and I thought I'd give it a try. And here is my initial impression of the Dell XPS13 late 2020. What's going on, everyone? It's Strategy here, and I've had my hands on the Dell XPS13 9310 late 2020 for a few weeks now, maybe a couple of weeks, and I've been using it almost every day. I had a chance to use it outside my house, it's 2020 Corona time, but I had a chance to use this outside of my house maybe 3 or 4 times, and I must say I'm pretty impressed with it. Like I said earlier, I never thought I was a big fan of Dell, but this may have changed my mind. So this particular one has the Intel 11th Gen Core i7 Tiger Lake on here with the Iris Xe graphics, which is supposed to be much better than the 10th generation Intel Core i7 or the Core i series. So I haven't put that to the test yet, but it's supposed to be much better. I'm not gonna game or anything like that on here, maybe some video encoding, but I'll try that out. Starting off with the screen, I think it's a really nice aspect ratio, the 16:10. You do see a lot more information vertically. So compare that to the 14-inch Lenovo X1 Carbon that I have, the 6th generation. This, it's not as wide, but it's taller, so it feels like I don't have to give up a whole lot of screen real estate. It feels about the same, actually, maybe a bit more productive on here because you can scroll up and down and you actually have more real estate vertically. So the screen is nice. I opted for the full HD plus resolution screen instead of the 4K and really because of the battery life that you gain over the 4K model, which I would totally recommend not getting the 4K. So what surprised me the most is the build quality. Before the Lenovo, I used the MacBook Pro 13-inch with touch bar, and that was 2018, maybe 2017. And the build quality on that was amazing. And so coming to the Lenovo X1 Carbon, the build quality on this thing is okay. It feels, a little bit, it feels good, but definitely not as good as the MacBook Pro. And then the XPS 13, on the other hand, feels really solid. It really surprises me how Dell was able to make the laptop feels this good. It doesn't have any flex at all. It's extremely solid. Definitely on par with the MacBook Pro unibody design. You can't really, you can press it down and it will move a little bit, but very solid. And that extends to the interior as well. The interior is really nice. You can see the carbon fiber there, and the coating on top is very nice. So it's a little bit rubbery, but it's not too bad. So it feels really nice when you rest your palm on the palm rest. The trackpad is good. it's actually really good, probably the best on a Windows laptop. It's definitely not as good as the MacBook Pro per se, because the MacBook Pro is still the king of trackpad. But this is more than good on the Windows laptop. The keyboard, I actually like it a lot. I do like it even more than the Lenovo Legendary keyboard. So it feels like, you know, the keyboard on here is nice. It has a lot of key travel on the X1. The Dell, it's a little bit less key travel, but it feels like, for me, I love this type of keyboard because I can type very fast, actually faster than on the X1. And it just feels really good to use. Really love the screen with the, you know, slim bezel design on both sides and top and the bottom. So they look really nice. It looks a lot better than the X1, where you have the giant kind of black bar on the bottom, or even the older generation of XPS 13. The one thing that I want to note on is the battery life. I've been kind of impressed with the battery life. I mean, it's not mind-blowing like the new MacBook Air and MacBook Pro with the M.1 chip, like 20 hours, 17 hours, something like that. Nowhere close, but compared to my X1 Carbon, I love the X1 Carbon, which I get probably 3 hours on a good day, 4 hours if I really push it. This average use, I get about maybe 6 to 8 hours, which is really good. I feel like if I were to push the battery life, I think I could get maybe closer to 9 or 10 hours if I really dim the screen down and turn everything to the lowest power settings and, you know, don't push it. So things I like about the laptop: first off, build quality is amazing, really premium, no flexes. The screen is amazing, 13-inch, awesome 16:10 aspect ratio. You get the full screen experience with really small bezel on all sides. Keyboard's really good. I love typing on this thing. The trackpad is really good. Overall, amazing package. You're limited to really 2 Thunderbolt 4 ports, one on the right side and one on the left side. You can charge the laptop on either one, and you do have a audio jack, the headphone jack, and a micro SD card slot there, and that's it for the ports. So you're definitely going to be, you know, bringing with you the USB-C or Thunderbolt 4 dongle. And here are a few things that you should be aware of if you're planning on or considering getting this laptop. First off is the heat. It can run warm to hot. Not super hot where you can't touch it, but, you know, with medium to light usage, Chrome, Outlook, a few other things, you can definitely feel the heat on the bottom, especially if you put it on your lap. You're gonna feel that heat, and it may make you feel a little bit uncomfortable, but it's not gonna hurt you or anything. It's not gonna burn you, but still, you should keep that in mind. And probably the biggest drawback of this laptop, especially compared to the X1 Carbon, is the screen angle. So it goes about this, you know, this is the limit. This is as far as it goes back. So, I mean, it's more than enough if you were to use it on the desk or kind of on your lap, sitting straight. But if you, the type of person where you want to sit on the couch, maybe have your legs up and you know, put this against your knees, I sometimes found myself that I really want this to go a little bit further back, so in that angle I can see the screen well. Otherwise it's kind of tilted too much toward yourself. So that's one of the drawback versus the X1, that I can, you know, if I have my knees up here or in this angle, I can still have the screen go all the way like that, right? So I can adjust it further back if I need to. Alright guys, so this has been a quick initial impression video of the late 2020 Dell XPS 13 9310 13-inch premium laptop. It is a very premium feeling, extremely well built, really good screen, really good keyboard, really good trackpad. If you were to get this, I suggest you get the full HD screen over the 4K screen for the long battery life. And just be aware of a couple of issues with the heat. It definitely gets warm, so if you use it on your lap a lot, think about it. Maybe you get another laptop like the MacBook Pro, MacBook Air. But if you don't mind that, this is a good laptop. Limited screen angle, that's one of the key things I want you to take away from this video. But yeah, that's been it. Really nice laptop. I'm definitely glad I got this laptop, and I think if you were to get this laptop, I think you'll like it. Just know those shortcomings. Anyways guys, thank you very much for watching, and hopefully you have a good one. See ya.